The website, prisonmiraclewoman.com, shut down today without notice, to the frustration of zealots and collectors of prison attire worn by Jeannie Elmira Tiller, the killer rated a mystic after she supposedly levitated in her prison cell. Jeannie Tiller claims she killed a man for the revelation he was an evil thing. She brought an axe into his bedroom and chopped off his head while he was sleeping. Mabel Denise Watkins, the disgraced guard fired for selling Jeannie Tiller's prison clothes online, won the lottery jackpot yesterday, $40 million. "It's a miracle," exclaims Mabel Watkins. She says, since witnessing Jeannie Tiller rise into the air, the world has been open to her. "The world is open and I am free," Mabel Watkins says. She declares, "It is a shining world of miracles."
I wish we could do away with personality. It only stands in our way. It's never authentic or reliable. Just a product of conditioning and stuff that doesn't matter. My name is Siri Beth Merton. You could say I have a complicated personality and contain multitudes. I do not blame the drugs. We did them for escape. Jeannie and I didn't know how to live in our own skin, and getting high out here in the boonies, it didn't seem to matter. This is the middle of nowhere, and it bothered us. To be alive and have nobody know about it, handed over from birth into emptiness, it was toil. We got high, and we left our skin behind. We felt like two balloons rising up over a hill. It was beautiful. We were feral, unhaunted. So much of the time we were just feeling. But Jeannie, no matter what she put in her system, she could talk. I mean, speak in a convincing way. She would talk about the impossible being possible, invisible being visible, about mystery, about living outside the law. Jeannie's favorite story was strange, from some strange old history, about a girl who wanted to walk through the flowers all day and feel the sun. Then one day the girl was kidnapped by a demon. The demon loved her. He took her to his castle beneath the earth, a place of shadows. Of course she was miserable there, no flowers or sunlight, only the demon and his demon things. But what the demon did, he turned half his castle into a garden. Those weren't real flowers in the garden, and that wasn't real sunlight, but the girl grew to love this place, even though it was artificial. She even grew to love the demon. Stockholm Syndrome is my guess. But the girl's mother, she was a goddess. And the demon, he was a god. So there was this great cosmic meeting, an arbitration to figure out where the girl belonged. And what got decided was she would stay half the year on the surface of the earth and half the year underneath. It also got worked out how the colors of the world would look, green and vivid in the growing months, then dull after harvest. Grief for the girl's absence. Jeannie spoke about how you had to name the shadows. It's not just sunlight reveals things, shadows reveals things too. I can name some shadows in my life. Addict, prostitute, liar, thief. Sins from pastness just as real to me as the sunlight falling on me today. The air is changing. The hills are bright. It's nice to be out of jail. Nice to be open. It seemed we were always locked up in winter, Jeannie and I. Summers were good, summer nights. The days, not so much. Summer days could be hard because we had to work. My mother kept a garden that was a full acre. Ever work a garden that size? It's terrible. Always stooped over. It's hot. Tomato vines have nettles. But the food was good. All that fresh abundance. And I enjoyed tending to the animals. We talked together somehow. But everything a person had, you had to suffer for. It can be toil out here, real toil. Middle of nowhere, the sky could fall on you like a box and nobody would know. There you'd be, trapped and crying out. Anybody who comes along would just see a blank landscape and you not there. The way I'd cope with this feeling I could disappear was my hollering, just hollering out. I'd holler out, shriek, and no idea behind it. That kind of surprise during a drug buy or at the brothel Jeannie and I worked at for a time could really upset the balance of things. The guards in the joint would really get pissed. Hey, quit that hollering out! But since I've been out, I haven't hollered once. Jeannie stayed with my family for a little while before our troubles started. But she never worked in the garden or tended the animals. She just refused. My dad would say, if you're going to stay here, then you're going to have to work. And finally, he'd drive her out of bed. Then she started sleeping naked, so he couldn't touch her. That made him upset. But he worked in town, so all he could do was give up trying to rouse her and go to work. My dad thought that not to drink meant putting up troubled people in our home. People like Jeannie. Most of them robbed us. Jeannie did too. I think Daddy finally figured out that people stealing from his family was not the service he was put on earth to do. My mom is a prayerful person who bears things and complains. She'd go on and on about Jeannie. How disrespectful, that girl. Every once in a while, I get that old feeling again, like the sky might fall on me like a box. But mostly I'm fine on my own. I have the animals to talk to, and a wide variety of growing things. And I have my fond memories of Jeannie. Things weren't always about theft and cosmic mysteries. We grew up together, country girls. We had good times, going to fairs and rodeos. We stood out to people. Those feral girls, they would say. And I remember a night Jeannie looked so quizzical and pretty. She just bought a new red top, and we were going to a party. But she did something else instead. That's the night she killed Oral.
My name is Dodge Pendally. I arrested Jenny Tiller. A few hours after Oral Bannon was killed, I found a down fence off a farm to market road. I followed the automobile tracks to an unused field and through a couple more down fences to a wooded area. There I found an older model VW of the type reported stolen by our suspect, Miss Tiller. The car was rung up on a little creek. I had a sense she made her way back to the road. Stronger than that, really. I had a picture of her in my mind, standing on the road alone. The choice was to follow the creek or follow my hunch. I've been at this a while, so I went with my hunch. Then I saw movement in the undergrowth. I called out, "Are you Jenny Tiller?" And she said, "Yes, I am." She also said she had a pistol. I said, Jenny, I don't want to get shot. And she said, I don't want you to catch me. And I said, girl, how you ran up on that creek? You caught yourself. Things got real still, and then she told me she had a tremendous sense she ought to end her own life. Finally, she told me she didn't really have a pistol. She said what she did possess, and I remember because the phrase is so strange. She said she possessed the terror of the human condition. Said she'd been considering what people do in the face of such terror in order to establish a place in the world, a sense of order and dignity. I told her it was time to turn herself in, and that's what she did, cooperated fully. Before catching Jenny, I was inside Oral Bannon's duplex. Jenny somehow got out before the raid and stole the neighbor's car. I can tell you there wasn't a breath of healthy air in the whole place, a real drug den. In the back bedroom, officers found the body of Oral Bannon. He was on the bed, murder weapon on the floor, an axe. Jenny had swung the axe into his chest and then cut off his head.
Yeah, hi. I need to check on a purchase I made. The website was prisonmiraclewoman.com. I'm not sure if that's the business. That's just the name of the website. Uh-huh. The purchase was for $59.99. I made that on the 15th. prisonmiraclewoman.com. So, here's the thing. I made this purchase and now the website's down. It's just gone. It just vanished. So I need you to check and see if the items got shipped. I know you're just the credit card company. I can't call the vendor. The website just went down. I told you that. They were flip-flops. Worn by Jeannie Tiller, the woman who chopped up evil and received a miracle. Flip-flops, like on your feet. They were worn by the woman and she received a miracle. No, not the holy ones. Those got sold for a mint. But these do have a certificate.
The prison guards saw her do it. She rose into the air.
Anyone present in this Jeannie Tiller is either dead by an axe or rich as hell. This is all publicity stuff.
It's cosmic. There's a bigger picture, but you don't want to see.
It's grisly. That's why people are talking about it.
She is relevant conversation across the world. People are using her to talk about religion, to talk about Christianity, to ask hard questions.
Emotional infusions of churchgoers and atheists, and I tell you, the internet is dumb.
Statistically, Americans believe in the efficacy of prayer.
Statistically, Americans are willing to lay down their lives texting or driving.
Well, you can close yourself off, but I'm totally into it. This woman is one of the great religious mysteries. She's glory and gore, like something out of the Middle Ages. What?
Not me.
Siri Beth, come here, I want you. Siri Beth.
In the matter of acts versus attitude of heavenly guidance, I think it's all luck. There needn't be this tremendous difference between nature, where the wild things are, and the human mind. We're products of nature, after all. The ability to make symbols, analogies, metaphors, it's all a great gift. Nature's gift. And like anything else in nature, how long we live, what we accomplish, whether we procreate or reach a bitter end, it will all come down to luck. Luck is all.
Call me DJ. I was at Oral Bannon's complex the night that he got killed. We just had a big party and I was passed out. And all of a sudden I hear Siri Beth just hollering, and so I jump up. There's this big field behind Oral's place, and I just see Siri Beth bolting across, just a t-shirt, nothing else. And all of a sudden this cop comes out of nowhere and throws a tackle on her. And now there's cops everywhere, and they're hollering they're gonna shoot. And then all of a sudden somebody's yelling, "Oral's dead, Oral's dead." And so I somehow managed to make my way across that field to the woods on the other side, and I just stand there in the dark, watch everybody get arrested. It was ugly.
I jumped through all the necessary hoops to interview Jeannie Tiller. But the day before our talk, she marked the walls of her cell with graffiti and got in trouble with her guards. As a punishment, our interview was canceled. It later got back to me what the graffiti said. Its source is language written on the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. Very showy. I knew this graffiti business was a stunt. Nevertheless, it showed an impressive theatrical insight on Jeannie's part. The subject near, but not revealed. An absent form of presence. While I waited to speak to Jeannie, I interviewed Siri Beth Merton, Jeannie's close friend. They had this brave relationship right from the start. It was Jeannie who recognized that in order to have true honesty, that they should have forgiveness. So they confessed to everything, admitted to every curiosity, every desire, anonymous sex, anal sex, killing a rival with a stone.
One of them killed somebody with a stone?
Thought about killing a rival with a stone. They were making themselves clear to one another, transparent.
Was this Jeannie's way of testing her friend?
Jeannie was practically uneducated, hardly ever showing up at school. She had this complicated and mysterious idea about how to live. And she worked it out when she was 16. The idea that all of human history can be played out in one person, played out in every person.
All of human history.
Yearning, laughter, love, hate, desire, the whole of a spiritual human history plays out in a single person, in every person.
How democratic.
She has a prophetic imagination.
Well, she's also been quite tight-lipped about this experience. So anyone who reads Jeannie Tiller as a prophet should also concede that she's a reluctant prophet.
Given all that a prophet has to go through, isn't a reluctant one the only kind worth really having? In Jeannie's scheme, nobody has authority over anybody else. Everybody has access to all the darkness and light that's out there. Imagine all that power right there inside of you. This mystique that Jeannie has. I'm telling you, Martin, it just draws you in.
That word, mystique, it pricks me like a thorn. This woman did unimaginable things. Do we call that mystique?
It's a troublesome story. I don't deny it. But also, it's cosmically inclined.
I think, instead, it's a story about transference.
How do you mean transference?
Well, it's an idea about justice. Or maybe about keeping order. It's from way back in history, one of the basic ideas of humanity. The crux is this. We assume the sins of a community onto an object, and then we sacrifice the object.
What you're talking about is a scapegoat.
The ancient Greeks, who gave us some notion of our own democracy, they used to select people and beat them and humiliate them when times were bad. The officials would haul them up in front of the mob and say, "These are the strange ones. These are the ones causing all of the trouble." Whether it be bad crops or tainted water or giving aid to the enemy, all of the sins of the community would be transferred onto these people. People probably selected at random, and the community would watch them die, thinking somehow that was going to make things better.
And how does any of this relate to Jeannie Tiller?
What that young woman did was some transferring of her own. All the rage built up through addiction and disappointments, she put it all on the shoulders of that young man she killed. He became all of the trouble in the world in her mind, and so she killed him with an axe, thinking that sacrifice would help her get past her troubles.
Jeannie killed Oral Bannon not as a scapegoat, but as a thing of evil.
Might I suggest that she tells the story of levitation because she needs to think that her act of transference was a spiritual event.
She has a complicated message. I suggest we hear her out.
Well, this special message will fall away with proper care. Once she understands it's murder, she'll be on the way to rehabilitation. And she will speak no more of rising up into the air.
Siri Beth, come here, I want you. I'm here. I want to tell you what I've been working on. Okay? A way for us to be careful. Careful in what we say. We have to take care of each other and not be tricked. Do you know who it is we're on watch for? Who that would trick us?
Well, could be lots of people.
Yes, but who specifically?
Thieves?
Yes. And police. Yes, specifically police. Okay. With thieves, it doesn't matter how you win. Swing anything accessible, squash them with it, be horrible. But with cops, all we have is language.
What we say can be used against us.
That's right. And the cops, they're cunning. They know that if they have 2 people in custody, suspects in common with the same crime, one is gonna sing to protect herself, get the better deal. That's what's called prisoner's dilemma.
What do you mean?
Here's what I've been working on, an exercise.
You don't trust me!
I do trust you. Between you and me, we know what's beautiful. Remember we took Gibran's poems out of the library? We vowed we'd never return that book. We trusted we'd always find something beautiful when we dipped into Gibran. I trust you like Gibran.
We don't dip into Gibran anymore.
We will again. There are so many possibilities for us, but I need you to listen to me. Okay? So what I've been working on is this little game with words. This is a game that's going to protect our freedom. I'm going to tell you the rules. Are you ready? Okay. When I say a word like home, I want you to think to yourself, and be careful, I want you to think of just the word home. I don't want you to get nostalgic.
I don't like to think about home. I like to think about leaving. You and me, going far away from home.
Yes, but
I think of you and me, and that's my home.
That's really nice.
So, we're good?
Almost. Listen, cops have a way of speaking. They're cunning. They make a bad atmosphere with words. Once they get you trapped in all that smoke, you start to come up with all sorts of associations and say things you never meant to say. You understand?
It's a confusion that they make with language.
Right. But about that image, home, the image of me within you, that's private. Keep it safe deep within your heart.
Yeah, of course.
But the word, home, that's a separate thing. It's distinct. A word is just a word and not the image. Home is just a word. It's not the image. A word is just a sound or scribble on paper. An image is inside your heart. Do you understand?
I think so.
Listen, you're in the room with a cop. He says, "Don't you want to go home, Siri Beth? Don't you just want to say what's troubling you so you can go home now?" That's the cop trying to coax you. He's trying to get you to be nostalgic, trying to get a look inside your heart. Resist that. Don't let him use a word to trespass where it's safe. Let the word be an empty door. What's inside stays hidden.
They'll create a bad atmosphere, these cops. But their words won't open any doors.
That's right. That's right, Siri Beth. That's real good. Now, I want you to listen to this next part. It's very tricky. Listen to these words. You, me, and I.
All right.
Naming something has significance, okay? It works on an older layer of the brain. Naming, the nomination of things, goes straight back to the Bible. Adam and Eve and the dominion of the animals, the plants and the sky, all the crawling things. If you're a parent and you name your child, that gives you a power. Something there that has never had a name before, and now you give it one. A word you've chosen, that's the power.
But we never do what our parents say.
That's right, because naming is not an absolute power. Each of us has a name given us. But once we come of age, the point of knowing good and bad, that not all good feels good and not all bad feels bad, that's when we understand that we have a private name. a name for our true selves. We start to say, I or me.
Everybody says I and me.
Yes, and when we use those words, we put up a wall for privacy. Other side of that wall, there's the others. What's called the you. Like, you people. Like, you people are not like me. You see the wall that goes up there?
Yeah. I can kind of see it.
But if we're lucky, like really lucky, there's somebody on the inside of that wall with us. Somebody who shares our privacy. Somebody who's not a you. Somebody accepted and is no longer separate from the me. The word for that union is we.
We. Like us. We are the lucky ones.
But remember, the I is dominant.
How much longer does this go on?
Remember it, the I is dominant.
The I is dominant.
Yeah, just give it a little sand. It'll build a strong wall. Takes no time, and the I wants to protect itself. Deep-seated defenses. That's why the cop's game, Prisoner's Dilemma, works. That's why people you think wouldn't rat, choose to rat.
I won't rat. And I don't like people who do. How they act is shit. I would never betray you. I would never reverse myself like that. I'm not someone who chases comfort. I know myself. I take full responsibility.
God damn it. Now I have to start over.
What?
I start over. Flood the fucking steppes. Waste the fucking sea. Scorch the fucking forest. Turn it inside out and yank the stitching. Rend the fucking thing to shreds.
But I had to distinguish myself from the rat.
Not to me, you didn't. It's pride that had you do it. Goddamn pride. It's bile. Your deepest, private self floating up on that bile, up into plain view for any devil to see.
Devil?
Or cop, or enemy, what's it fucking matter? Your pride, your fear, it gets you to show yourself. Reveal yourself to a majority that wants to take your freedom. One thing we got in this world that's free, the one liberated thing is the spirit. And we, the whole human race, don't keep it safe. We hand it over willingly like we're slaves, because pride asks us to.
Jeannie, I'm so sorry.
Nothing now but to start over. You see how the bile spreads? It floods the world, taints everything. Monster, stupid monster, monster of the fucking tainted world, stupid, prideful thing. Humiliating, I won't let it live. Look at it wanting to live, thrashing on the ground like a fucking idiot.
Take it back. What? Is that me? Take it back.
No, that's not you. You are not the idiot. It's pride. The attempt to order, that's the idiot. You write it out. Law. And that corrupts it. Corruption lives in the composition. That's where the compromises are. What we should do is live free, resist orders and language that tries to put things in order. We should live free. That is what we're here to do.
Jeannie, I'm sorry if I made you start over.
No, it's okay. The takeaway in this is, I know you won't betray me if the image I have for me is you.
And the image I have for me is you.
And yet it isn't necessary that in order for one to embrace the fundamentals of love in sacred writings, one must also be willing to allow for intolerance and violence that often occurs in the name of a religious principle. I'm impatient for the great divorce. I'm ready to wade into complexity. We must remove hatefulness and violence from religious faith.
I see a far thing coming closer. A revelation. We have to find a way to live until the revelation comes.
Okay, but how do we support ourselves?
We'll go live out on the fringe, see craven people who need light in their lives. That's where we'll find the revelation.
Wherever you go, I will go.
There's a hurt bird out there. It's dragging one side.
This is it. This is the motorcycle. This is the thing I want.
Oh, yeah, Oral?
Well, get the fuck over here and have a look at it.
It's a fine thing, Oral.
You think so?
It's in black and white, Oral. I can't hardly see it none.
You got no vision at all, Dickie.
Sorry, I am. I trust you to know a fine thing, Oral, truly.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, listen up. This is the thing I want. So everybody is going to pay me exactly what you owe me. Every penny. You got that?
What's wrong with that bird, Siri Beth? A baby bird. Can't lift its wing.
Did y'all not hear me? I said every penny.
Suffering mother! Where's Jeannie?
She got busted.
For what?
I don't know. Quit hollering out, Siri Beth. I done told you about this.
What are we gonna do? Oral, you have to do something!
I'm not gonna do nothing. I've got speeding tickets done gone to warrant. I'm not stepping in a police station over stupid Jeannie.
Jeannie's been gone a long time.
She was stupid.
Since she's been gone, I've had to fuck her share of your friends, Oral.
So?
I should be getting more dope for that.
Yo.
Jeannie! I'm so glad you're here.
Had you in there for quite a while, huh, girl?
Yeah, now serve me up.
Yes, ma'am.
You got that too you owe me?
For what?
I'm trying to buy a motorcycle.
And you want to borrow from me?
I want to collect from you. You've been living here all this time, and you owe me for that.
No, Oral. I don't owe you anything. I fucked a couple of your friends last week.
Oh, hell.
Shit. They just got Dickie.
For what?
DUI. His second offense.
Aren't you gonna bail him out?
I'm trying to buy a motorcycle. I cannot be spending any money on his drunk ass. Plus, if he had just stayed here and paid the cable bill like he was supposed to, he could get drunk here rather than putting himself in all that danger out on the road. Anyway, Nobody spends any money on this house but me.
Jeannie, remember that bird I told you about?
Oral never mows the yard. It's probably still out there.
You go mow the fucking yard.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, Dickie's back. Hey, man. You got my tube?
About that bird, Siri Beth. Is it shining? Suffering mother! I'm busted.
Jeannie got busted again.
What'd she have on her?
I just gave her a little bit of dope to go party with. Nothing serious.
We was in the parking lot of the Mustang and these guys was flirting with us. Then this one guy was drunk, he pulled out a knife, then Jeannie hit him with a bottle, and all the cops, you would have thought it was a raid. Be careful if you go to the Mustang. I think they got it under surveillance.
Why do you and Jeannie even go to the Mustang? You ain't even got IDs to get in. Hell, they know you're just teenagers.
They know you're just teenagers. The parking lot's always full and the girl can have a real fun there. You could sit in some really nice trucks.
I tell y'all what though, that parking lot at the Mustang is gonna burn whenever I peel my chopper out there. Whoa, whoa! The sound alone's gonna break some windows.
A chopper now?
You can't even afford a motorcycle and you've been saving forever.
'Cause you owe me so much money, goddammit!
Jeannie's back!
Shit, girl. I didn't think you were ever coming out.
I got a tooth pulled. It was fucking rotten, just rotting inside my mouth.
Uncle Sam paid to have that tooth pulled. Hard-earned tax dollars out the window because you're a skank that won't brush.
Taxes? You're an idiot, Oral. Any moment the cops are gonna come busting in through that door and serve a warrant on you because you won't get your ass off that couch and pay your goddamn speeding tickets.
You know, you're awful uppity when you're on dope, which you owe me money for, goddammit.
Listen to what I've been thinking about. The root of the tooth goes into the jaw, part of the whole system of the body. Dental toxins, they link that to cancer. Decay sets in the bones and then there's a tumor.
Oh no!
Shit. Where's Siri Beth?
Got pinched.
What? She's never got pinched before.
Pop that cherry, blood will roll.
Dickie, this is your fault.
Me? I just gave her a little dope to go party with.
You're pathetic, Dickie.
Hey, you call me Rico or DJ? No, Dickie.
Dickie Jerome. Dickie
Oh,
Jerome.
I will
Dickie
hit a woman.
Jerome.
I will
Dickie
not
Jerome.
shy away
Dickie
from it.
Jerome. Dickie
I
Jerome.
didn't use like
Dickie
hitting a hardened
Jerome.
criminal.
Dickie Jerome. Dickie Jerome. Dickie
Enough! The two of you. Jeannie, where is my tube?
Still, Oral? All this time and you still want that motorcycle?
This is no cheap bike, Jeannie. This is the thing I want. It might take everything I have, but I want it. Which is why the rest of you might as well pay me what you owe.
You sit your ass on that oral-encrusted sofa all day long in those jeans you never take off, just getting filthier and greasier. And that piece of shit jalopy you got outside going to rust by the curb? But you consider yourself a responsible guy. Someone who can maintain a bike, chrome polished to the state it reflects the soul? As if you'd ever bother with insurance or go downtown to get a license. With all your defaults and warrants, Oral, and the pot reeking out of every pore of you, I don't see you standing in line in a government building. Just like every dream you ever had, you won't do a goddamn thing to realize it.
Fuck that. I could have nice things. I could if it weren't for you thieving motherfuckers stealing from me all the time, thieving me out of house and home, stealing more dope than what you sell. At least I'm not in and out of the joint like the rest of you.
You never leave the house, you paranoid dope dealer.
I pay taxes. My name's on the lease.
You don't pay taxes.
They take it out of my disability check. Who is that hollering out?
Siri Beth, welcome back. I worry about my lost tooth. Do I look trailer park?
No, it's at the back. You cannot tell.
I worry about dental toxins.
Oh no. Please.
Oh shit. They busted Dickie again. He's soft. I don't think he's cut out for what they've got for him in jail.
I wonder if what we say, a word across the tooth, sends some sort of impulse to the jaw. The jaw is heavy with pointless language. Language that we don't really feel but just keeps generating. The vibrations of all those words just running through our skeletons. There's an energy, you know, in what we say. And decay, too. From the sugary grit of pointless language.
Yeah. Fuck that.
All the sharp and rugged words like fuck, just knuckled and hard with the hate that we have for saying things to one another, wishing we could be understood without having to say anything at all. And the knuckled words rolling over our teeth and the vibrations, everything has an energy.
I've been horrible. I've been to jail. I curled up and tried to disappear. But I'm still here, and I haven't woken up. Oh God, I need something more.
Decay seeps through the root unnoticed. We waste so much of our substance.
fuck out of here. What is it? Look like I'm
leave,
doing.
Oral.
I am out. He did this to himself.
Where's Siri Beth?
I don't know. Where's the bolt cutters?
Help me, Oral. Where's Siri Beth? Talk to me.
You are stressing me the hell out. Hush.
I'm a prairie fire.
I'm gonna go get the bolt cutters.
Vicky. Don't touch him. Stop touching him. Siri Beth? Siri Beth? I'm a prairie fire! Siri Beth. Siri Beth. Come home to me. Siri Beth, come home. Fire on the horizon! Guns going off! Guns going off! Guns going off! Guns going off! Don't touch him! Fire on the horizon! Guns going off! Guns going off! Fire on the horizon! Guns going off. I'm a prairie fire. I'm a prairie fire. I'm a prairie fire. I'm a prairie fire. What's going on? What's going on? Woo! I'm a prairie fire! Siri Beth. I'm a prairie fire! Siri Beth, we need to get I'm a prairie fire! I'm a prairie fire! I'm a prairie fire! Siri Beth, stop! Siri Beth, stop! Siri Beth, stop!
Life has gotten so unpleasant that I have to stop and think about it. My daddy was in jail when I was born, and now he's dead. Mama's dead, too. She had perforated bowels and 2 staph infections. I was in jail when she died, and she's buried in a thin box paid for by the state. One time, she showed me a picture of herself with a cowboy who was holding an AR-15 rifle. She wore a short skirt, had her arms around that cowboy, holding on to him and her glass of vodka. I did all right when I stayed with Siri Beth that summer. But then one of Mama's weird phone calls and I had to go home. I found her with her hair all grubby like tree roots. Some people came to help, to cart her off to a place like this. Mama never got this far, but here I am. This is my time to get clean. I had to do what these people tell me to do, take a personal assessment and live the contemplative life. And so, I'm contemplating. What is God? Supposedly, God has assumed a face for me to see, a face in darkness, and I have to go look. Darkness, emptiness, silence. This is the frontier of contemplation. I read 99.99% of objects that appear solid are mostly empty space. That's why light is the great metaphor. Light may enter empty space. Even space on that surface appears too dense. My job now is to try to find the openness in things. Try to find the light.
She claims, this certain young woman, and she sure does like to make claims, don't she? She claims she had a dream that would not go away, an all-day visible dream. And the dream revealed a man as an evil thing. This man was her man, in the impolite or street sense of that word. Her man, a hookup for drugs. Her man, the one that shopped her across all categories of sexual congress. This man, her pusher. This man, her pimp. A man she chose to live with. Man of trouble, no doubt, but a man she chose. Some will tell you this certain woman is a feminine aspect of God, an apparatus of God's judgment, she and her acts, and that what she represents is a far call back to a feminine deity out of ancient Greece and Rome. And I ask you, is this sacred thinking? Does this pass for sacred thinking? Are we to anticipate leaves sprouting on her body as some new symbol of renewal? Does God have feminine aspects? Now, God is everything, yes, and most of all, God is mystery. But my relationship is with Jesus. Jesus was a man. He was carried in the womb of a very surrendered and pure mother, a human mother, created inside the womb by the masculine sense of God that is all-powerful, the Creator. A dream is like a fish that vanishes between the stepping stones, the mist that passes under the little bridge. This certain woman invested the entirety of her soul on a dream she had, and the truth of it is awful. Her supporters put her way up among the constellations, as though she's the stuff of ancient Greece and Rome. But this certain woman who came out of prostitution and murder into the public consciousness and the figure of debate is not the stuff of sacred thinking. She and her ways cannot be reconciled with the virtues of God. God, our Father. Amen and amen.
Jeannie, is your recovery done yet?
I don't know. I'm supposed to stay here a while.
What is this place? What do you do here?
Contemplation, renewal, the stuff of getting better.
You got to come home.
Why?
Oral had an accident. He wrecked his motorcycle. It's bad.
How bad?
He might lose his leg.
Where is he?
That's the thing. They're releasing him from the hospital. There's nobody to take care of him.
What about you and Dickie?
Jeannie, we can't. We just can't.
Okay, I'll go.
That's beautiful, Jeannie. Thank you. God, that smell. It's your leg, Oral. You ought to go get it seen to.
Where are my pills?
Jeannie's still out getting them.
Dickie, you should have gone with her. You should have put a bunch of threats in her ear. Terrible things. Horrible things. Always make sure she comes back with my pills.
You know I can't go to the pharmacy, Oral, me or Siri Beth. We look like drug-seeking behaviors. Jeannie's the only one clean enough that she don't stand out at the pharmacy. She looks good lately. Real clean around the eyes, too.
Hey, Jeannie.
Pills!
Right here, Oral. I'm only giving you one.
I want 3.
You've already had whiskey and dope.
I am in terrible pain.
If you still feel that way in an hour, we'll see about another half pill.
I want a full pill, not half.
Let's see in an hour.
Jeannie, I love this new top.
Thank you.
Do you mind that I found it?
No, I'm glad you like it.
Pretty.
Sure feels nice.
Dickie, please don't get any dope on it. It's new.
Sorry.
Why were you hiding it in your backpack?
I wasn't hiding it.
Then you don't mind if I borrow it?
No, you can borrow it.
Ooh, something nice.
That leg smells real bad, Oral. You need to go to the doctor. Get it clean.
It's clean enough.
That's not the smell of the healing thing, Oral. Keep it clean.
Don't touch me.
Oh, Jeannie. Can I use this razor?
That's a woman's razor, Dickie.
Oh, it's all right. My beard's real light.
Just keep it, Dickie.
All right, thanks.
Don't let him have your razor if you don't want him to have it. Don't let me borrow this if you don't want me to borrow it. Just be fucking honest.
I am honest. It's okay.
You don't have to lord it over us. Being clean, having all these nice, beautiful things.
I'm not lording. I just got a little job at the grocery, that's all.
We're not totally fucking helpless here. We're not your fucking charity. You're here because you owe Oral. You're here for what you owe.
He gave you a place to stay, Jeannie, true enough. And you ain't paid him yet for what you owe him, at least to hear him tell it. And it's like Siri Beth said, there's no cause for you to feel or be that you're any better than us. You're just here to pay back what you owe.
I am not lording, and I am no better than anyone else.
God, he reeks.
Something's not right.
Don't. It's the first time he's been quiet in days.
It smells so bad. He needs to go to the doctor. He won't go. Well, he's asleep. Maybe we can pick him up and carry him out. Passed out like that, he might not fight back.
I can't go to the hospital, Janie. Me or Siri Beth. They'll suspect us of something.
You give him his pills regular, plus the ones he sneaks. That ought to take care of him.
He only takes the ones that get him stoned, not the ones that fight infection. And that decay, it smells really bad. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's turning blue. Oh fuck! Oral! Wake up! Wake up, Oral! Oh fuck! Oral! Oral, wake up! Oral! Oral, wake up! What the fuck are you doing? We can't be here when the cops get here!
Do what you came for him, Jeannie. I can't take him to the bus!
What the fuck? Wake up, Oral! Oral, wake up!
Hello? Hello? My leg's off!
Your leg's been off a week, Oral. You know that.
You tricked me out of this leg.
You neglected that leg, Oral. Let the decay in. It had to go. You could just come to terms with it and let yourself out of that fog of whiskey and dope.
Why is it so goddamn bright in here? You got these blinds open, you're gonna let the cops in?
Dope's gone, Oral. Dickie's out selling the rest of it. You neglected to buy more. The house is clean, more or less.
Bring me my pills.
I want you to stand on your prosthetic leg first. Just see if you can do 2 minutes.
Don't you bring that fake limb in here. It creeps me.
That bad leg threw up its hell into you before it died. Sure, they sawed off the ruined part, but not before the hell got through the roots. No way they could police every little vein and artery and every little byway. All that decay, that hell, pumping straight through your heart. You were never much, Oral, but I see what decay has brought you to. I see hell in you.
I don't want you talking to me anymore when Siri Beth and Dickie ain't here.
But that's not the way it has to end. Just think of everything that's changing right outside that window. And here in this room, the air is changing, the light is changing, everything can change.
Don't think the world into something that it ain't. And don't you worry about the dope now. We're gonna have it rolling out of here in no time.
What do you mean?
I got Siri Beth out expanding the operation as we speak.
I told Siri Beth not to whore for you anymore.
Just last night, I sent Siri Beth out to go fuck Bobby Roberts.
Bobby Roberts? Bobby's been clean for over a year now. How dare you prey on him with Siri Beth?
Look at you. Who knew you had all this animal mother in you? You'll nurture anything, won't you? I remember the night Bobby Roberts bit you on the tit.
He apologized for that. Made full amends. I don't want you turning out any more dope to Bobby.
I have no claim over anything that man does. All I did was send Siri Beth to go snort a line of meth off his ass. You know what's gonna happen as soon as she does that, don't you? He's gonna ask for one of his own. And Siri Beth, she'll say, "Sure, honey," like she always does. He's gonna spend all night chasing that powder around her soft, round, pale little ass. And just like that, he's gonna be hooked again. He's gonna be right back in that raw, red lifestyle that sweet baby Jesus picked out for him.
You are a horrible thing, Oral Bannon.
Bobby's doing great now. You know, he's got that Vinahood store. He cleans out all the Vinahoods and all the local restaurants.
Just because he's busy doesn't make him rich. You're tapping into a dry vein, Oral.
He's got all those ex-dopers too. He hired them. He ministers to them. What do you think's gonna happen once he gets hooked again? Just like a row of fucking dominoes. The rest of them gonna fall down right after. And they're all gonna be hooked and coming to me regular as my customers.
No way. I'm gonna stop you.
You can't stop this. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with me. Or even Siri Beth. It comes down to the willpower of one man, and that's Bobby Roberts. And what he wants to feel or doesn't want to feel.
You can't disguise the wrong in this, Oral.
Oh, I see it. I see it plain. He's gonna borrow against his business and come in with me on a deal for a monster amount of dough. He's gonna owe so much on credit, and once he and his boys take to chasing that high again, he's gonna borrow so much on credit, I won't even have to make him a partner anymore. I might even end up with his Vinahood store, or whatever's left of it. I'll sell that, get me a stash of my own. That'll be all profit, no partner. You see what you can arrange off the free will of one man?
I will stop you, Oral. So help me.
You have no power and no say over me!
You don't sound like thunder to me, Oral. Dwelling in the dank indoors? Fattening up on the shitty sofa? Down to one leg?
Until you pay me what you owe, you were to clean my house and not say another word.
I did not come here to be your maid, but to bring you news, Oral. You're a vessel. We are all vessels wrapped in human skin. Sure, we'll know storms at sea and darkness, but that's no reason to think the earth was no good. In the end, when we can sail no more, the point is to come out of the vessel changed, not ruined.
Quit talking so fucking crazy all the time. I can't tell if you're ever even really here anymore or if you just lost your goddamn mind.
I'm really here, Oral.
And meanwhile, I have real problems. I'm trying to make ends meet. And in case you haven't noticed, my leg's off.
You neglected yourself and could have died.
Oh, well, ain't it just a cock-sucking rose that I'm still alive? Now I have the privilege to hobble through the rest of my life, selling dope, pulling people like Bobby Roberts off the path. You think this is the life I wanted for myself? You think greed brings this kind of life about? I don't have anything put back. I don't have any fucking savings account. What I've got are thieves living with me. Don't even get me started on you, you fucking interloper. I put up with you. I put up with all of this shit because I am trapped. I got a felony whenever I was 20 years old. No GED. My whole life. It's been some kind of cage or another. And now I have pieces falling off of me.
You are not trapped.
I tried to make this all be over. Too many pills in one end, rotting away at the other. And you of all fucking people, brought me back.
What do you mean, make it all be over?
I mean, you shouldn't have brought me back. I don't know what it is looking through my eyes anymore. But it's not natural. I don't like it. It's evil.
Prophetic action is preservative in that it tries to keep alive certain elements of a tradition bequeathed to us from the past, and revolutionary in that it attempts to project a vision and inspire.
I was trying to take a nap, Jeannie. The sun is so bright today, I had to escape from it in a dream.
I need to tell you something.
Why is that sheet there?
Listen. You hear that sound from Oral?
Of course.
Listen. Do you hear that sound coming from Oral?
Of course.
Does he sound like an animal of some kind to you?
Oral is an animal of some kind.
I mean, does he sound different?
What do you mean, Jeannie? Why is that sheet hanging there?
I put it up so I wouldn't have to see Oral change. He's really changing, Siri Beth.
We got that big party tonight. Bobby Roberts and them are coming over. Ask them if they see a change. To me, he's just Oral.
Something's coming over him.
And you're right.
He's worse than I ever thought.
He's awful. He looks evil, Jeannie. What are we going to do? Jeannie, tell me. What are we going to do?
sat through one sermon my whole life. I got through it though, telling stories through pictures, the word given authority because images run so deep in the mind. Elemental pictures like feeding people, washing wounds, protecting children, and all that surrounded by music and people up and down in prayer. Stuff that makes people receptive to what you have to say.
Do you believe in the afterlife, Jeannie?
I worry about it. I fear a situation where I come across Oral on a field. He commands me to touch the wound on his chest, feel the jagged depth of it. Commands me to take his jaw with my hands, lift his head and see the awful distance of his neck. His head never again to be a settled thing upon his body. How can I live in that world? If there is an afterlife, it has to be truly beyond, you know? Beyond recognition. Beyond anybody knowing anybody. Leave the room. Outlast the room. Last of all.
Jeannie Tiller died in prison. She was stabbed 9 times. Authorities suspect the Cult of Mary, a prison gang, but nobody's coming forward.
It's a tragic story.
The first cut was her thigh. That was the fatal wound. Other cuts were made to torture her while she bled out. She died in agony.
We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Mabel Watkins. She saw Jeannie Tiller rise into the air, and now she has precious items she wants to share. You believe in miracles, don't you? You can't afford to miss out. Pay attention to Mabel Watkins. Acquire these extraordinary things. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Mabel Watkins. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, God. Am I a good person? Why was I selected for all this? Oh, it's too much. It's like I was hit by lightning. Twice. I was a timid person who never did complain. I made mayonnaise from scratch. That was my only hobby. I'd come home from work and put my hands in mayonnaise. When Mama lost a foot to sugar, my hobby saw me through the guilt. When my cat, Cornelius, Corny Cat, caught leukemia and lost an eye, making mayonnaise carried me through my grief. I was never a prayerful person. I was afraid of the Sunday school God, beardy and old and full of thunder. I just tried to live a real quiet life. I wasn't noisy like the other corrections officers. I was so scared every day at work, just doing my best to get by. Any light I had in me was simple light. Then my light got combined with Jeannie Tiller's. Too much light. It is a shining world of miracles, and I feel trapped. I'm trying so hard to keep myself together. The world is a commercial enterprise.
That's what my producer says. I'm just trying to fit in and get along. I saw something amazing, and I wondered, am I okay? And then I got all that money, like I was struck by lightning, twice. Is it possible I can be okay? Do I deserve this life?
Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Just wonderful. You too can be present to a miracle. Order one of these precious things. Put yourself in the warm light that shines down on Mabel Watkins.
I'm here to talk about my son, Oral Bannon, because there are some things I didn't get to talk to him about when he was alive, and because there's nobody else to speak for him now that he's dead. I sat silent a long time, thinking my boy's life over. Having me for his daddy is a drawback to him, I know. A young man, I came out of prison for stealing tractors and hitting another guy with a wrench. Bad country tattooed on my back and cocky on my stomach. Met Oral's mama the first night out of the joint. Me and her was 20 years old. Hell, I didn't even try to make that stick. Oral and me had trouble. It's just that way. And I know the evidence says he lived a raw, red life and wasn't a saint when that woman killed him. But he didn't have the police record she had. Everybody in that house had more police trouble than my boy. So my boy is an evil thing. People so starved for religious feeling that only my son gets cast as evil. Bullshit. I've thought about my dead son and what others thought about him. I know life is great, life is terrible. It has to be both ways. Oral, he got killed maybe at his most terrible moment, when he's the most terrible to other people. But fuck, you don't judge somebody based on a moment. He was alive once, and there's greatness in that. Potential. Oral's next moment might have been a better moment. That woman's no hero for killing my boy. God wasn't in the thing that she did to him. Swinging that axe, it devastated.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No begging the miracle when the miracle's made. If it questions your faith, you can take it in trade. You invest in the thing, lift your feet off the ground. When you grab for that heaven you'd lost but now found. If it's what you feel, it's real. If it's what you feel.
Trouble on my hands, trouble in my mind.
What's the matter, Dickie?
Broke as fuck, no home.
Maybe you could look at it another way?
The world is damned the world over. What other way could there be?
It's springtime. Look around you. See the growing things.
Got too much on my mind to think about spring.
Must be something pretty big to keep you from noticing so much renewal and bounty.
You heard about that prison guard? The one that witnessed Jeannie up into the air? She started selling Jeannie's things on the internet. Stole stuff from her cell and put it up for bid. Made some good money, too. And just before she gets fired for doing all that, she up and wins $30 million fucking dollars at the scratch-off lottery.
What does that have to do with you, Dickie?
It ain't fair, is what?
Maybe there's a larger plan operating as a mystery.
Siri Beth, do you think Jeannie lived a miracle?
Why shouldn't she have? The world is strange.
I've been considering it.
Tell me.
The right attitude for witnessing a miracle is good fortune, ain't it? And all the time that we spent with Jeannie, you and me, giving her a place to stay when she got out of jail, putting up with her weirdness, don't mean nothing, apparently. Where's our slice? When are you and me gonna get something out of all this?
We're doing okay, Dickie. The sun is up and there's growing things around us. It's fantastic.
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna go get high. I got so many thoughts racing around in my head, I can't stand it.
Did you hear what happened to Dickie Jerome?
Siri Beth, I think you've lost it. I'm Dickie Jerome.
It's very sad. Dickie died.
What? Huh?
He froze to death. Him and some good old boys found an old refrigerator dropped off in a ditch. They used it like a giant bong, huffing the freon to get high. Dickie inhaled too much, and his lungs froze. His lungs gone to delicate panels of ice, tinkling as they broke into tiny bits.
You witness a miracle, and you try hard all your life. And what do you get for it? Fuck all is what?
This is a very important purchase I made. Do you not understand that? This is so important. I purchase items of faith. Assurance! I need some assurance. Assurance is all I need.
Will it cohere? Will it ever cohere? We lose religious fervor, and what's next? Is it luck? We all make little signs to keep the good luck going. There's some drive within us to make gestures to communicate our wishes. And we call this a system of belief? How long we live, what we accomplish when the whole thing's done. What shall we say it all comes down to?